So the run's going to start after I select mission mode. So let's go 3, 2, 1, and start. Oh, wow. A little bit of a bug out on the timer here. Okay, so the first thing in this run is you can just hold start to skip the cutscenes. And this first set of missions, actually, you can do them in any order. Most people actually just do it in the start with Psylocke, rather, just because her mission has the most RNG in it. And her main method of movement is just her forward attack, so she can just slide right across the ground like that. She also has a Dragon Punch, so Dragon Punch is pretty powerful. If you're familiar with any kind of Capcom fighter, these motions are exactly the same. So this was Capcom's, I think, first attempt at kind of a hybrid platformer beat 'em up kind of thing. So yeah, that's how we're going to be moving across the ground. So her side blade is just doing a regular fireball motion, forward, down, forward, and attack. Does multiple hits. These guys, we just want to get at least 3 hits on them. Ah, come here. You two. These guys waste a lot of time. Alright, so I'm actually going to opt for this health right here, because this robot can be out of control. Oh, I think I accidentally turned off the timer. At least on lives, or on the OBS. I'll bring that up in a second, right after this robot. Actually, we'll get another second to breathe after these knife men over here. So we want to jump. She can move for a few frames after a slide. So you really want to position your jump there, like, very carefully. Ah! This guy. Okay, I'm just going to side blade him, I guess. Those guys are kind of dangerous. We're playing a Psylocke right now. Let me go ahead and fix that timer issue. There we go. Okay, so this guy is also RNG. Hopefully he stays forward. That way we can do this. So I'm just doing a down and attack in the air, and we just kick him in the chest. Unfortunately, he moved backwards, so that's kind of bad RNG, so we just want to flip kick him until he decides to move to the front again. And he goes down. So, first mission down. So, Gambit's mission usually gives me some problems. So we go there next. And his main method of movement is just kind of these M. Bison scissor kicks, just done with down-up attack. And there's not too much to be worried about here. Sometimes these guys like to be heroes and punch you and knock you off ledges. There's only one real dangerous part. It's like right about here. It gets kind of laggy too with these boxes. So I'm going to take it kind of carefully here. We're going to poke these and not actually fall off into the abyss. There's a little bit of a faster strat you can do here with flip kicking off the boxes that are a little bit higher up. These guys come out, so you get a good grouping on them. And then you have guys that spawn off screen. Fortunately, you can just hit them, you know, pretty much as soon as they spawn. So that's floor 2 and floor 3. Same thing. Except we get a gun guy this time. But he's rather insignificant. Floor 4, we just use this barrel. So one-shots these guys, sometimes this guy over here. Okay, it looks like it got him. Sometimes that guy actually escapes. Ah, I knew I was gonna get decked there. Alright, so we get to the boat portion, and I'm not really sure what's up with this boat. It's more like a surfboard, like a motorized surfboard kind of thing. It's kind of weird. But yeah, so we get to this boss, boss in quotation marks. It has a little bit of RNG, just depending on the laser cycle you can lose some time. But all we do is like throw cards up with up attack. Takes 4 hits. Blows each one of these turrets up. Okay, and we got some bad RNG there. After we blow those up, we hit this guy with 2 cards, and that's it. So now we're going to move along to Beast's mission. And Beast is actually the character we do the majority of this speed run with. But this is the starting mission. So I actually fell down here. This is kind of unusual. You can dash right over the pit. Kind of avoid that section. Kind of scary. But either way, you just get one kind of fight scene, and then you get to this portion, which is not really the bad portion. The bad portion is right here. This robot and these mines. Okay, this isn't going too bad. I got a mine spawn like right next to me, man. So this part can get really annoying. And I want to hit that because those mines actually follow you. And I'm glad the one in front of me actually despawned. Alright, so we're going to go up so we don't get decked by that guy. Causes a little bit of lag from the waterfalls. And then we punch, punch. And now we're going to go to the boss. Ah. Okay, I should have been a little further up before I dashed. My foot got clipped by that mine. Yeah, this game is pretty hard. So you get 2 lives with each of the X-Men initially. You do have the opportunity to get extra lives. But if you game over in any of these missions, you actually don't just lose that X-Men, but the game is like totally over, so you have to restart. Alright, Wolverine. Wolverine's mission isn't too bad, except there is a climb that hopefully I don't mess up here. It does involve a lot of dragon punching, and a lot of claw dashing. We pretty much just claw dash everyone on this screen. Very powerful here. Alright, so the trick here is really just to keep pushing towards the wall. I'm going to slow down a little bit here, because those lasers can actually knock you back down the shaft. So now we go to Wolverine's robot. Ah, I got stomped. Okay. Luckily you can do a lot of damage to that robot in a very short amount of time. And now we head to Wolverine's boss. There's a couple different strats you can do on this boss. So you can do the uppercut strat, dragon punch strat. That saves a little bit of time. It is a little bit risky though. But this strat, just claw diving, is a lot more consistent. And gets rid of these guys on the side too, if the Sentinel doesn't blow them up. So this is the top of that really sick looking Sentinel spine you saw when we were climbing up. So boss is just that easy. Head blows up and we leave. We go to Cyclops' mission. Just easily the best. Easily the, well, not the best. I guess easiest mission. Because you can just optic blast everything. So these guys walk up. You can actually kick them if you want. Just to get them angry and then leave. And save a little bit of time. We want to slide off these ledges. And get to this, really kind of annoying section here. Ah, my optic blast came out a little too late. Okay, let's clean this up. Oh boy. Okay, we should be good here. Or not, okay. Timing's pretty strict on that. Luckily, we do get some health here. And for the rest of the stage, we're going to be doing these low optic blast. Because we have gun guys on the side, and we want our optic blast to go right under their gunshots. And we punch this guy. Because, yeah, he wants to run us over. And for some reason that breaks the bridge. And those scuba guys aren't a threat. We kind of just blast right past them. And then we optic blast pretty much everyone on these next couple of screens. Alright, so one more screen. Yeah, it kind of looks like I'm shooting at nothing. There's some enemies back there. And then we're at the boss. For some reason, they wanted Cyclops to fight a train. We just hit it 6 times with the optic blast before any of its defenses can come up. And that's it. So now we're going to go to the latter half of the game. And we start out with Wolverine. There's a couple characters you can pick here. You can pick Psylocke. She is, overall, I think a little bit faster. Wolverine is the character I'm pretty consistent with here. I think they're really just like a couple seconds apart, maybe. So Wolverine's method of movement here is really just claw diving, especially down hills. Psylocke's rather, is just the slide. So she can stay in constant motion where Wolverine has to stop at the end of each one of these claw dives. And the problem with that is sometimes you get grabbed by those brood on the ceiling. Doesn't appear to be an issue at this point. Then we have this forced battle scene. We just claw dash right through these eggs and it opens it up. And claw dive here. And another one here. And actually this is real good, no grabs. So Brood Queen is pretty terrible actually. And we're gonna knock her claw off because her claw does a lot of damage. Like ridiculous amounts of damage. Okay. So we just keep Dragon Punch in her face. And eventually she blows up. And something that's really cool here for casual play, not so much for a speedrun, is that she blows up and you get like a full animation. But for the speedrun, we want to make sure she's closer to being off-screen. Alright, so on to Tusk level. We just grab onto the ceiling in the intro here, punch all these little Tusk men, and opens it up for the boss fight. And for this guy, for Tusk, we really want to knock him off into the lava. He takes a little bit more damage. He's not cooperating at this point. So we're going to have to improvise with what we got. Try to knock him off this way. Hey, buddy. There you go. And like I said, Beast is for the rest of the game. And we have this lava section. Pretty easy with Beast. You just keep headbutting forward. And he's really strong, so he can destroy those pillars quite easily if he gets trapped. Which I appear to be getting trapped quite a bit. We'll see if we can get this next set of pillars skipped. And that's not happening, so we're trapped. No big deal. And we picked Beast here because he can just hang on these platforms and then headbutt forward, so he moves really fast. He's also really strong. And then, same thing here, lava starts rising. Beast does not actually even care. We just jump straight up, and we fight Apocalypse. And Apocalypse just has moves based off where you are in relation to him. But Beast doesn't actually care about that. Again, we can bait an attack. Ah, okay. Yeah, so if you're fast enough and good enough, you can actually get a one cycle on Apocalypse very easily. Not really that great at this game. So that's what I can do. Okay, and Omega Red, just RNG. He kind of goes up into the ceiling and comes down, I think, 1 of 4 spawn locations. So all we really do is kind of hang out right here. Oops. Wait for him to come down and beat him up. Of course, the time save here is if he gives us short patterns, which he appears not to be giving us any short patterns. Yeah, for some reason Apocalypse is like a minor boss in this game. So for this portion, it's really puzzling why they actually put it in. It's just like a couple of bosses, and then you go to fight Magneto, really. And that's it. It's kind of like they just wanted to put Magneto in the game, because why not, I guess. Oh god, that was actually a perfect Juggernaut. All we do is jump hit him. Okay, now we're going on to the last level. So at the last level, all the X-Men actually have different levels. So Beast is kind of the easiest, coincidentally. Makes for a very easy speed run. I guess, taking that into account. Besides this guy, Exodus. Exodus is kind of ridiculous. So I think he's going to come in for a grab or something now. Yeah, he's off screen, unfortunately. Okay, can we get this guy set up? Kinda. Ah, dude, come on. You only have to take half his life, by the way. He's being a very annoying person. So Beast can just stomp him out of the air like you saw. Oh god, he came in from the other side of the screen. That means I'm gonna have to go for the health here on the second part. Alright, got rid of him. So now we go to the second part of this. I'm actually going to go for the health. And be a little bit careful here. Because these acolytes really like to troll me a lot. No pun intended. And we want to keep some of them alive. Just so we can stomp on their heads and get up to this portion, which I fell anyway. Luckily, they gave me a rebound, and we just go to the real boss of the stage, a random robot. So, I tried to attempt a quick kill there. It didn't pan out the way I wanted it to. So, we're gonna wait this out. Because at about half health, this thing starts going a little nuts. Get rid of that thing. Yeah, Beast is basically Blanca in this game. Alright, now we're gonna fight Magneto and close it out. So you fight him with the same character you just came from Avalon with. And Magneto is really, really mean in this game. So he's gonna kind of start off with that. Oh, he gave me a quick shield. So nobody knows where Magneto gets like all these random eye beams from. Oh wow, I'm getting a little too overzealous. But what you do is you just stomp on him. And really, you try to get to like the rising platform. And that's what you really want to see right there, that pink ball. And that's actually the reason you want to be on the rising platform. Oh, okay. I'm getting clipped by all these eye beams. Big shield, and more eye beams. We're almost done here. Yeah, so you just pretty much just get damage in when you can. Magneto's being really generous, and time is actually coming up here in a second. Ah, I missed him. Wow. So trolly, Magneto. I guess that's a way to close it out. We'll just stomp on his head. So there you go, guys. That's X-Men Mutant Apocalypse. A very difficult game. Kind of a difficult speedrun. Like I said at the beginning, it's kind of a casino. There's RNG all over the place in this run. And I'm not the best at it, but we got through. Yeah, shout outs to the guys that are really good at this game. Stunt Coyote, Elrock, Noble Boy. No, all these guys. So yeah, I appreciate you guys having me on. And yeah, good luck to the rest of the runners. And I guess we'll just let the ending play out. It's pretty short.